Well, Freddie, I believe you've got some great news to share with the Freo fans.
Yeah, signed a contract till 2029, so another 3-year extension, which is nice.
Talk a bit about your year, mate. You obviously kicked 30 goals, which is your best return, I believe. How'd you sort of find yourself out there?
I think I'd like to think I started all right, and each year you look to build on your game and build with a bit of consistency, and I think at times that's shown, but I guess the goals or the year itself probably comes on the back of just the connection we have with the boys in the forward line and things like that. I think if you look at it, it's a pretty even spread of goal kickers this year with our forward line, and to have Vossi, even Brucey and Bolts up there with JT and Jai, it shows that we really like share the load and like to get each other involved and things like that, and I think I was a benefit of that as well. So.
Talk a bit about that mix, because it is a bit of a different forward line structure this year with those guys you sort of touched on there. How have you sort of found it out there with them?
Yeah, it's been good. From where Vossi's come from last year to now, and then the addition of Brucey and even Duds at times this year has been unreal. And I think the way we've evolved as a forward line, we've been able to have different faces come in, and for them to just still execute the same kind of role for whoever they're replacing in the team off of an injury or whatever it might be. It's been unreal, and I think you can see that in, week out. And I guess for guys like Vossi to grow his game, and Murphy to kind of have the start he did and just sort of build his consistency throughout the year has been unreal to be there watching firsthand. So it's always nice, and hopefully we can just keep building to something special.
One of those guys, also Bolton, you've formed a very quickly formed a very good relationship with. Talk a bit about that one.
Yeah, it's pretty special when you sort of reflect on it. It's gone pretty quick, but I think to have someone like Bolts who's been up there and won 2 premierships, when he's up and going, he's genuinely one of the best forwards, one of the best players in the comp, and to be able to kind of run out with him every week has been special, and away from the game as well, to be able to just have a mate there to sort of vent to or whatever it might be. He's very cruisy kind of character, and doesn't, footy's just, I guess at the end of the day, just a game, and he's really good at moving on from, good games, bad games, whatever it might be, and he's been really good to sort of help with that kind of balance away from the club.
Another one of those guys that you've had a great relationship but has hung up the boots this year, Sonny Walters. Talk a bit about the legacy he leaves and the impact that he's had on you as a player.
Yeah, he's clearly left a massive legacy. I think from where he started and getting sent back to Swannies for however long he did, and then to become the player he did for the footy club was a testament to himself and his hard work, and to be able to do it consistently over 17 years is, I think, something he will look back on and be really proud of himself. But to also have him as probably one of my best mates at the footy club over my last 6 years has been unreal and pretty special. And I guess for him, him leaving, I guess, is a bit sad, but I know he's not gone away, because he'll talk to me every day on FaceTime and still try to be a part of it. But he's been one of my good mates, and it's been a good sounding board outside of the footy club to go to for advice or whatever it might be. So he's been really good in that space.
No, it's great to hear. Bit back to yourself though, mate. You ticked off the 100-game milestone this year. How special was that with the family and that around?
Yeah, I guess milestone games are always pretty special. I still remember when I debuted, I was just grateful to just get one game, and 6 years later to play 100, I think I'll probably look back on more in the off season, but something I'll reflect on and be proud of. I guess, it's a big thing for my family and whatnot, and that's who I play for. So I think that for them to also share that with me was pretty special, and to have my brother and my mum over was was cherry on top.
You've sort of touched on it a few times, but as you've said, coming over from South Australia as a young fella and now being here for 6 years and signing that contract extension, 100 games in, you obviously love the club and your time here.
Yeah, I guess being around the club and seeing the turnover and what it's become now, it's a great place to be. And you got guys like Andy Brayshaw and Caleb Sarong, Hayden Young, these guys that connect the group from the younger fellas to the older guys on the list, and that connection piece has really kind of driven me to kind of want to stay. And I know and can see that we're building something special, and hopefully in the near future we're right amongst it, and competing in big games in finals again and whatnot, and I can see that happening, and it's something I definitely want to be a part of.
Well, you personally as well, just lastly, Matt, looking forward, obviously there's the more broader club success and team success, but you individually, is there an element of your game you're looking to really build on or develop next year?
I think as a forward and a small forward, sometimes it can be a bit hard to be a bit consistent, but I think there's different things you can add to your game in that way, or to help you find that. And for me, going away in the off season will be for me to try and chase that consistency week in, week out, and bridging the gap between your good and more so average performances, and hopefully keep contributing to the team in a positive way in that way, and hopefully can just keep gaining some good footy and some good consistency next year.
Well, congratulations, mate, and we look forward to seeing what the future holds.
Thank you, appreciate it.